Let's say your trajectory is like this, you know, you're advancing in life. When you meet a person like that who has a bad personality, that's rubbing off on you because you're probably spending a lot of time with them. And as we all know, we should know by now that the people that you spend time with, you know, that rubs off on you, right? So when you're spending all this time with this other person and their personality is trash, you're just with them for their looks, that's not only is that plateauing your growth, but that's bringing you back down. So it's so important not to just like cash out in a sense, because modern men are just cashing out. They're doing just that. They're seeing, oh, I could get with this person right now, this person wants to date me, this person, you know, and so they just go for it right then and there. But they're not holding the standard high enough with things like personality, with things like spirituality, right? And that's something that's been so important to me. Because, man, honestly, if it was for looks, like there's millions of people who got 10 out of 10 looks. Like, putting it simply, there are millions of women who have 10 out of 10 looks. It's not necessarily an uncommon thing, right? The very rare thing is someone who has a personality that completely aligns with you. You gotta have that standard before you meet them. Don't be fooled just by the looks and then get with this person just because they have that checked off. I knew about this before going into high school, so luckily for me, I haven't really had to struggle with it, but I see it on, you know, the perspective from the outside, right? And you could take a different angle and be like, you could learn from it, sure. But look at me, I didn't have to go into a toxic relationship to learn from what toxicity is, right? I can just understand it. I can understand the type of people that I could be in a relationship with and who I shouldn't be in a relationship with, right? Like it's common sense. When you meet a person, a lot of the time you can tell. You can tell if there's like something messed up with them, right? Like genuinely. Not like some like sick mental illness like thing, but you can tell like, oh, this person's like chill or this person's not. And if this person's getting, you know, comfortable too, then they'll start to like, you know, stop their act a little bit. Because right when they meet you, they'll be like acting in a way. They want to make this really good presentation of themselves. But after some time of knowing them, you can kind of see like, would this person be good in a long-term relationship or would they not be? In the time that we have right now as young men, we need to use this time to build up our own future. Because if you are saving that for later in your life, that's less time to enjoy the benefits of your hard work. You're not going to be successful for as long. So why are you holding off the work right now? Right now is when you should be working. Because time is ticking faster than you may realize. Like, genuinely, we are going to be adults soon. If you're like a high schooler watching this, because I know a lot of, you know, you guys do. We're going to be adults soon. And by the time you know it, it's going to be time to have a family, right? And so you want to be able to provide, and not just provide like, you know, a little bit. You want to be able to provide as best you can. Okay? So for me, I'll just give a real quick example of what I'm looking for with all of this. Right now, I'm not concerned at all with being in a relationship with another woman. It's not on my mind. Obviously, like, if you look from like evolutionary standpoint, like, it's in my mind, but it's not on my mind, okay, if that makes sense. It's not on my mind. What I'm focused on right now is building myself up, getting comfortable with the fact that I love just being on my own too. I love being on my own. I can be happy by myself. And I think that on its own it's extremely important, because being on your own and being happy with that ensures that when someone else leaves you, you're going to understand that you on your own is sufficient enough, that you don't need to rely on that person's company to be happy. Okay? So it's very important to first, you know, get to know yourself, get to know the fact that you can be very fulfilled just with you on your own. And I mean, you know, you got friends and family too, and you know, you have your relationship with God that you can fall back on too, of course, right? I'm just saying you alone in the terms of not having another partner, right? But it's very important to just be comfortable on your own. Not only that, but in fiscal matters such as, you know, having enough income to support yourself, having enough income to support the family when it is there, you should have some sort of gateway to at least see the potential of that income. Okay? So, for example, with these YouTube videos, rather than spending time with some girl that I don't even have the intention of being with for the rest of my life, I'm making YouTube videos. Okay, making YouTube videos allows me to have potential income in the future, right? Obviously not making money right now, but I'm making progress in the fact that I'm helping you guys with what you guys are doing. And that's like, honestly, that's fulfilling on its own too. That's like another currency on its own. Like, genuinely, I mean that. It's actually like one of the biggest purpose finders that you can see is helping other people. And knowing that people are benefiting and people are changing their own lives and that they're having great results themselves, that just makes me so happy too, right? So I can get all these things from making these YouTube videos, and that's compared to wasting my time on this person who could be cheating anyway, who's not loyal, who's, you know, causing me to be mentally stressed, to make me all tired all day, mentally drained, all that. Instead, I'm making YouTube videos, I'm having a fun time, and I'm helping other people, right? And I have the potential to make income in the future, okay? So you got that. And also knowing yourself and working on your own, right, without that other person, then when they come along, you're going to be all set. There isn't necessarily any more that you need other than, you know, having that other person. Because that other person, I could see it like they will be your other half, right? They're your other half. The Bible talks about that, how when a couple is united, the two become one in a sense, and they can kind of build off each other. You want that in your relationship. That in a relationship is the most important part. If you see that you guys are draining each other's energy, that's not where it's at. If you see that you guys are hating on each other, that's not right either, right? Like, common sense things, but we often see that people are trapped in these situations. When two become one, right, as the Bible states, it's implying that, I mean, obviously in a spiritual sense, but you are also helping each other. When one person can't, you know, fulfill themselves in one way, that person can help them. And then vice versa, right? It's a 50-50 relationship. It ensures that every single person is being satisfied, that every single person is sharing that love with one another. That's the relationship that you really need to look for. That's the relationship that you need to pursue. Okay? So do not settle, do not cash out for just the first girl that you can see. Me personally, I'm waiting on a Christian girl. Okay? I'm waiting on a Christian girl. If I was going for the looks, could have been done that 1,000 years ago, but that's not my goal. That's not my goal. Okay? I really want to find someone that's committed, a Christian, has good values, is, you know, mentally right, you know, like similar in, you know, intelligence and stuff. Like, I want a person that is of high value, a woman that is of high value. Okay? So I really recommend that you look for someone who isn't just fulfilling or checking off that looks category, but who also checks off that personality and the other aspects too, because personality can go into so many different lanes, right? Truly, do not cash out. Spend this time right now, whether you are a man or if you are a woman. Spend this time now to develop yourself, and then when that person comes by, honestly, they're gonna have no choice but to choose you, right? That dream person, the other people aren't gonna seem all that good when they see you, because you were just spending all this time working on yourself. And honestly, that's the most attractive thing, right? Being someone who is trying to constantly develop yourself, that's a very good sign, right? That shows a lot of great values, and that further attracts whoever you want to attract. So I truly hope that you can learn from this and take it and apply it to your own life. And with that being said, feel free to check out any of the other videos right to the side of me here. And with that being said, I'll see you over there. I'm out. Be well, be blessed. Peace.